Head coach Allie Matters and coach, second straight NCAA appearance, this time with the tournament championship. So it was a little bit less nerve-wracking at Selection Sunday.
Yeah, it was a completely different feeling. I think I would have to say that 2019 was a little bit more fun, if that's what you want to call it, just because the suspense of waiting to hear our name called and the celebration around that. But I think that we worked very, very hard in that championship match to have it all. So I think going into Selection Sunday, it was just a certain calmness of just knowing that your name was going to be called, just when and who was what we had to wait for.
So new additions to the wall behind you. You talked about what you guys did this spring. Mm-hmm. Really talk about that, just with all the uncertainty of not knowing when you were going to play, postponing the fall, moving to the spring, and then doing what you guys did, going undefeated in Horizon League play and winning the tournament. Talk about just how much dedication that took from the team to buy in and really lock in and get the job done.
Yeah, I think in a traditional season, there's a certain amount of guarantees, whether it be where you're going, who you're playing, when you're leaving, who you're going to have. And usually you just have to worry about, if somebody gets mono or if somebody sprains an ankle or something manageable like that. And I think this year with the pandemic and COVID and testing and protocols and social distancing and masks, we couldn't rely on a lot. So I think that uneasiness has been really, really tough, but winning solves a lot of those things. So we've been very lucky to not be affected by COVID much, and we've all worked together as a team and sacrificed a lot to get where we are now.
You guys have a lot of the same pieces that went to Purdue a couple falls ago.
Yeah.
How much was that helpful to go throughout the regular season, and now as you guys get set to go to Omaha it's not the first time anymore. Yeah. It's, not to say it's the expectation, but obviously there's a new set of standards and goals that you guys have as a program. How important is it to have people that have done it before?
Yeah, I think in 2019, going to the NCAA tournament, we had, this group had never been there, and it was a lot of firsts for us. And then, of course, the year that we make it back again, we're really not sure what to expect here either because of the pandemic and because of the way the tournament is being run, which is different than it usually is. So I think with this group, they're just flexible and they just are really ready for anything, and they don't get bothered by much. So I'm hoping that we can rely on our ability to be flexible and just kind of roll with the punches.
You talked about this year it's going to be different. Some things you don't know until you get there. Mm-hmm. But it's almost like it's a comforting feeling in a way, because kind of that style that they've grown up playing in on the weekends and travel. Does that almost feel like that's kind of in the unknowns that are going on? There's that sense they can kind of fall back on. Yeah. Hey, this feels kind of like what we've done.
Yeah, I think Purdue in 2019, we knew that we were walking into their home turf, and that was an awesome experience. But their student area was unbelievable. And they had, cheers and chants and all of these things. And so playing on Purdue's home turf was a little bit overwhelming. So I think now, we're playing at a convention center where either team obviously won't have comfort. So I think that is going to benefit us, and we'll be ready to go.
Talked about Purdue and their home court advantage with all the fans, sold out gym in 2019. But you guys will have some fans of your own this week, so that'll be exciting in its own way, because you guys haven't been able to play in front of anybody. Parents haven't been able to come. So for those that are going to make the trip, that'll be exciting. Yeah. And another kind of boost, morale boost, and kind of on top of everything else, it'd probably be exciting.
Yeah, I was laughing to myself thinking about, the tournament being in Nebraska. And I'm like, I'm telling you right now, even if this tournament was in like Alaska or Hawaii, our parents would be like, flights are booked and we'll see you guys there. So I shouldn't even say a lot. All of our student athletes have not seen their parents since we all kind of got into our bubble in January. So, you talk about the tournament and things that are going on there and everything like that. But I think just looking at the big picture, like this really is the ultimate reward, is finally being able to play in front of our families and just kind of get that sense of, home turf back. And I know that our fans and families will make it loud in there for us.
So let's actually talk about the opponent, Samford. Mm-hmm. What do we know about them at this point? How do you feel like, everything will go in that first round matchup?
Yeah, I think that Samford is, they rely on an outside hitter, and they have their distribution is is good, and they won their league. So I think regardless of the strength of the league or anything, when your program is used to winning, you're used to winning. So when the time comes, no matter who it is against, you're going to be ready to compete. So we have to play well to win this match. But I think Purdue was really overwhelming to scout as a staff and as a team. So I think going into this match, they feel a little bit more manageable, but we're still going to have to be refreshed and play well to advance.
Thanks, Coach. We'll talk to you in a while.
Thank you.